Okay, so this is the Meilong 12x12, and you can see that I've already taken out half an edge, and I've also taped up part of this yellow center and also the green center. I've also loosened up the yellow center and the green center. I'll show you those steps the next time I take out another edge or I move on to another center. So let's just show you what I've taken out. So I got yellow pieces here. Got the green ones here. I got a yellow corner taken out. Basically, I took those out because I wanted to see what size magnets I needed, and it turns out I can use these 4x2s for the edges and these 4x1s for the corners. So let's go ahead and take the rest of these edges out so you can see how it's done. It's not that difficult. Make sure not to force it too much, so you don't want these pieces to break. If you have to loosen the centers a little bit more, then go ahead and do so. We're also going to take out a green corner, which I can do it right here. Okay, and so what I'm going to do next is I'm probably going to start with the yellow, so I'll put these green to the side here. Look at that green corner piece. And we're going to start taking these apart. They come apart pretty easily compared to some other cubes. This one's not that easy. There we go. Alright, number 3. Four. And 5. I think it's usually the most difficult one. If you have trouble, use a box cutter or a knife. I have a knife here. Split that edge a little bit, and then you can stick your fingernail in and get the rest of it. Or if you can work with your fingernail, that's fine, but my fingernails are almost non-existent. Okay, so your edges should look something like that. This will be called the first half edge we're going to do. So I'm going to set these green to the side. I'm going to need, these are 4x1 and 35s, and these are 4x2 and 52s. What we're going to do with them, first we're going to need two 4x1s, sorry. So take two 4x1s here. And we're going to need our glue. So I have here Gorilla Glue, Super Glue. And my plan is to put the magnet in right here. So there's plenty of space here in the corner piece to place the magnet. So it's really going to depend. The place I put the magnet here is going to depend where I put it here, because this piece here in the middle, that plastic, that's going to determine where the magnet's going to go on this piece. So we're going to do this piece first. I'm going to stick a little bit of glue. And the biggest thing with the half edge is you have to have the magnets facing all the same direction, because every half edge after that is going to mimic these edge pieces and corner pieces. So before I place this in the corner piece, I want to make sure that that's like this. So that's the tracting side. I'm going to place it here, somewhere around there like that, and bring them together. Went towards the bottom here, and towards the right, and this one kind of just sits right at the bottom of that corner. So I'm going to place that, let's see, we're going to move this, oops, I'm going to move this over here, I'm going to place it up there. Actually, I need this still, so I'm not going to place it up there yet. We're going to take next, I think first we should determine, first of all we need a 4x2. So I'm going to take a 4x2, I'm going to place it right there so I know the direction it's going to be placed inside this piece. I'm going to take a look at these two pieces so I know where exactly I'm going to place them. So it does look like I probably could place them either here or here. We have to take a look at the next pieces here. So if I want to be consistent, I want to put them in here next to these peg holes. That's probably what I'm going to do. And the 4s do fit in there, so I'm going to take some glue. Place it right there. I'm going to take this magnet, we're going to keep it the same direction. Like that. Place some glue in the next piece on its right side. Right there. Gonna get another magnet. Oh, don't fall over. Make sure it's going the right direction. And I'm gonna place it right there. Put them together. Maybe they don't fit. Oh no, it does, just barely. Hold on a second. So it turns out you can get this magnet here to barely fit in there. It's not perfect the way I did it though, because I didn't get it in right away. But basically these, well, I think you could choose to put it in these open spaces too. I decided not to. I like them to be kind of in a row with these. I don't think the 4x2 is going to fit in this one here, and I kind of like them to be in a row. So, I mean, you could choose here, but I'm going to put it here. If you choose to put it here, that's fine, I think. But the next two magnets are going where these are going. So, let's put these next to the two previous ones we already did, the 4x1s. Make sure they connect, and they do, so we have it, the magnet's going in the right direction. So these two pieces are next, and we're going to do the exact same thing. So I need 4x2s, 2 of them. I need my glue. We're going to glue right here. You want to do this relatively quickly. First, make sure the magnet's going in the right direction. So, I'm going to have facing this way. Probably should do the magnet part first. Get your next magnet. There we go. So it's going to be right there when we glue this next piece. So I'm going to glue it on the right side of this piece. Grab our magnet. Slide it in. Put them together. Should look something like that. You can push it all the way down if you can. I think it might be as far as it goes. Gotta make sure these connect, and they do. So the next step is we're finally moving on to the next side of the edge here. So this piece. This is where it gets different from an odd cube or even the Meilong 10x10. It's a little bit different. So here we go. We're going to take 4x2. We're going to place that 4x2 here, no, not there, here, so we know which direction to place it inside this piece. Let me show you here. So this is our edge so far, our half edge so far. The magnet is here on the right side of this last piece we just did. The next magnet on this piece is also going to be on the right side. So we're going to glue the right side here. Like that. Going to get our magnet. And place it next to the next piece like that. Should look something like that. It might be a little bit off. Not sure how much I can do about that right now. Okay, now we're ready for our next piece. Sorry, our next two pieces. This will be these two. And then the magnets will be back to normal from here on out. So we're going to grab our next 4x2. Don't slide away, please. Stop it. Alright, we're going to place it here so we know the direction. Same as usual. Going to glue the left side of this piece, which is our next piece. Don't lose it. Slide it in, like so. Push it all the way down. There you go. And grab our next 4x2. Stick it there. Put some glue on the right side of the next piece. And we're going to slide this in here. Going to attach them. Make sure I have the one on the right as far down as I can. Make sure that they attach there. And where'd that other piece go? No, it's just... Okay. So, these are our last two pieces here. First thing we're going to do, of course, is get our next 4x2. It keeps fucking rolling. Place it here. And we're going to glue the left side here. Make sure I have that side facing. Glue like that. Make sure I go to the bottom of there. Let's grab another 4x2. Place it there. Make sure not to take that magnet out because I made that mistake before. More glue in this next piece. Take the magnet. Keeps direction. Slide it in. Put the two pieces together. Make sure you have the thumb over at least one of those so the magnets don't just slide out. Because then they will stick together and that's a pain. Alright. And then we're going to slide all these together. And actually the last step we can do is So I'm going to take this one here. The final product for that edge piece is we're going to have a 4x1. Now, this is my choice. You don't have to do this, but I'm placing a 4x1 and 35 inside this, so it's going to look like that. In the end, just a little extra strength, just because of the distance between the two pieces, the two magnets. Make sure to close your glue when you're done. And so this is what the, sorry, I can't get that clear enough. This is what it should look like. Okay, our next step is to use these yellow pieces we've done and magnetize these green pieces. So first, we're going to start off with this corner piece here, and I'm going to set these aside. What I'm going to need is this piece first, and we're going to need a 4x1. I'm just going to leave it right here on the side of this piece. We're going to glue right about there. I'm going to take the magnet, keep its direction the same as when I had it. Put my thumb over this piece of the magnet, slide out. I'm going to make sure I push that all the way down. Alright, so at least it's loose. So it's going to slide in the right position. And that looks good to me. So I'm going to set that up here. And we're going to need our next 4x1. We're going to take this piece here and this piece here. I'm going to set the 4x1 just on the corner piece there. We're going to look at, let's see, I'm going to need the glue right about here on the right side towards the bottom and not completely at the bottom. Make sure you maintain the direction of the magnet and slide it in right there. Attach them, make sure your thumb is over so it doesn't slide out. Make sure they're aligned. I'm going to put that right there. And 4x1s can be put aside somewhere where they're not going to be annoying. Now we're going to use 4x2s. So let's see. This piece here and this piece here. So I'm going to place a magnet right there in the green piece on the left side. So get your 4x2 magnet. Just place it right there. Glue the left side towards the peg hole. I'm going to slide that in and then attach them. And we're going to continue this all the way down. I'll make sure I record this whole thing so no one's confused if there's any confusion. Another 4x2. Glue the right side of this green piece here. Slide the magnet in. Attach them. Set them up here. Alright, next piece. Oh, these are all attached. Got this one and this one here. So So 4x2 again. Glue in the left side of the green piece. Come on. Slide the magnet in. And for this one's tight, so you have to make sure that it's flat. So use a pencil or something, preferably something not metal so it doesn't stick to whatever. Like, I could use a screwdriver, but I don't want to take the magnet out with it, because that has iron in it, which is magnetic. So, alright, this piece next, and this one. Another 4x2. Shit. Fuck. Okay, right here. Another 4x2. And then we got the shovel pieces, the middle pieces. So what we're going to do here, I'm probably going to take the piece that I just did. I'm going to set this up here for now. We're going to set it up like this. I'm going to have the magnet there. Just the 4x2 for now. You want to complicate things. Make sure I have it going the right direction right there. I'm going to use this piece as a reference to where to glue it. It looks like just the bottom and the towards the pegs on the right side. Maintain the direction of the magnet. And use this to make sure it's going in the right direction. And there we go. So I can leave that there, or I can take it off and let it dry. Either way. Let's see. I want this piece and this green piece next. So another 4x2. Just leave it there in the yellow. Slide it in and attach the two. Alright, next is these two. Okay. I'm going to glue the right side. And go. Slide it in. Attach. Alright, two more to go. Glue this left side. Like that. Set it there. here are the last two. More. And okay, that's it. Well, that's not it, sorry. We can take this middle one, since it's somewhat dry. We can get our 4x1, if you choose to put a 4x1, an extra 4x1 in this middle edge. And there we go, just slide it in. And we're going to leave all those to dry. We'll come back. We'll take out either the red-yellow or the yellow-orange edge. And we're going to use this whole edge to do that whole next edge. Okay, once these are dry, our next step is to take out either the red-yellow or the yellow-orange. I'm going to go ahead and do the yellow-red. And since I have the yellow and the green loosened up already, we're just going to, well, if it'll let me. Let's see. I guess we'll do the yellow-orange. It's a little easier. So let's, first of all, we need more tape on the yellow center, just to cover up these center pieces here, just like that. Alright, now let's take them out. Also, yeah, you might want to tape these up anyway. Just so the reds don't, pop out like crazy, like they were just doing. Alright, we're going to carefully take out the yellow-orange edges. Okay, other side. I'm going to go ahead and tape up this as well, because I see that's a little bit of a problem. There we go. Go. Okay. We're also going to take out a yellow corner and an orange corner. Okay, now we're going to set this cube aside. We're going to take apart all these, oops, I'm going to take apart all these pieces and organize them like I had the yellow greens. Okay, once those are all apart, I'm going to move aside the yellow for now. I'm going to bring the orange over here. Just easy access, and then we're going to put together all the yellows and all the greens. Okay. Next up is we're going to do the oranges with the yellows. So I need this one, and this is going to be the same process as what we did with the yellow and the green in the first edge. Remember to make sure this one goes in flat, because it is very easy for it not to happen. That orange one is a very tight fit. Okay, once the first one is done, it's time to use these green ones to do these next yellow ones here. And the last thing I'm going to do is take this orange one we did and this yellow one we did, those middle edges. We're going to take 4x1s and put them in there. Make sure I have the correct direction going in. That's one. And there's two. And this is what the finished product is going to look like. Well, not finished product, but you know, after just doing a whole edge. Okay, once these are dry, we're going to be taking out the yellow blue and the yellow red. We're also going to be putting all of these back like so. I can do the rest off camera, but you get the idea. So the green side, of course, is the one that's loose. Before I do anything else, I'm going to again tape the rest of the yellow centers so we have no catastrophes. Okay. And I might as well do the orange and blue while I'm at it. Okay, let's take out the yellow red. And now the yellow blue. I'm going to turn it to the green, because the green is the loose side. And we're also going to take out the yellow blue and the yellow red for the corner pieces. There's my knife here. Shouldn't matter which corner you take, as long as you can keep track of what you've done, what you haven't. And as it goes with an even cube, you can probably leave all the corners out. Even with an odd cube, you can probably do that until you've finished magnetizing. So all these pieces I'm going to take all these apart, all these pieces back here. I'm going to put them together in their half edges like this, and we'll be back to magnetize them. Okay, here are the two edges we magnetized, and here's the yellow-red edge, and here's the blue-yellow edge. I'm going to use the yellow-green to magnetize the red-yellow, and I'm going to use the yellow-orange to magnetize the blue-yellow. Okay, so we are 4 edges in, and this is what it looks like, what I have. It's a lot of work. But next we'll move on to either the orange, green, red, or blue center. But first we gotta let all these dry. Okay, so I brought all the edge pieces of each half edge together, and my plan is we're going to take out 4 edges, and we're going to do 4 edges at once this time instead of 2. So I was thinking, we already got the green loose, so let's do, first of all, let's turn this around. I don't think it should matter much, but, and then we're going to glue, sorry, not glue, we're going to tape up the sides of the green. Yeah, let's need a little more than that. Okay. And for good measure, we're going to do also the red here, the white. We'll see if that stays. And the orange. And now we're going to take out okay, first I think we should probably loosen up the orange, white, and red sides by at least a few turns. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. White. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And red. Good. Okay, so I should probably tape the whole center of these ones before I do anything else, so okay. Okay, so what was I gonna do? I was gonna take out green, orange. Yeah, I didn't tape that too well. Okay. Now we got the green white, or maybe I should just do the green red. There. Yeah. And let's see, the last one we're probably going to do is, I'll just go blue-orange, so I'm going to loosen up the blue side a bit. We're going to tape up the blue side. So I guess this is where all the taping should be done. I think I've literally done every side now. And carefully take out the blue-orange, because you know that there are some of the edges are not holding the centers in. It's just tape around the center pieces, so you have to be very careful. And again, it does require a little bit of force, so put your thumb over that blue center so nothing comes out. Okay, so all the center piece is pretty much intact. I'll leave it up like this just in case. And these four centers, the green, orange, green, red, green, white, and blue, orange, I'm going to take apart, and I'm going to use these four edges to magnetize these four. And I might leave the camera on while I might just time lapse the thing. So this is what we have after doing our next four edges. I did the blue-orange here. I did, let's see what I do. I did green, red. No, sorry, green-orange here. I did green white here, and I did green red here. And it looks like a lot all at once, and it is. And I'm only going to do this one more time. You could do two at once if you want to, or just one at a time, but I find the drawing process is the long part, so I'd rather do a bunch at once if possible. So we're going to put all these together again. Not together, but just in half edges laid out. We're going to put, let's see how many we're going to put back. We're going to put 4 back. We're going to take the last 4 out. We're going to do the exact same process. Okay, I've put them in their half edge states, and I gotta decide which 4 I want to put back in, which 4 I want to keep. I think I want to put back, sorry, that's out of focus. I think I want to put back the red yellow, green red, and green orange. Though it shouldn't really matter too much, but I just want something on the yellow side because I know it's gonna be flipped over like this. I don't want the any chance of the centers moving around, so might as well just have a couple yellow edges up there. Okay, so there's some excess glue in that peg hole right here on the left, so I can't completely put this one back together, so I'm just gonna leave this edge to the side, and I'm gonna put back in the 3 that I have complete. And we'll do 2 little edges at a time. There we go. There's one. The green yellow one I can't do yet, so we're going to do the green red next. So if I can do a whole one at once. Probably shouldn't try it, but I'm going to try it. Oh, no, that wasn't too bad. Not bad. Alright, green orange. And there we go. Now we have to take out the white red. Alright, white red edge. Got the... Did I do the white blue? No, I don't think I did. Alright, white blue. And we have the white orange. There's our white orange. And what is the last one we have here? We have... These 2 are done. So, last one we have is the blue red. That tape is going to have to be peeled back a little bit. I'm going to use these 4 edges here, orange yellow, blue yellow, green white, and blue orange, to do these 4. Okay, and here are the last 4 edges. After I finish them, we got the white blue, or whatever it is, blue orange, green white, yellow orange, and yellow blue, I think it was. I'm not sure. But we're going to put these all back together, put it back in the cube, and I'll show you that process too. Okay, now it's time to insert back the corner pieces and the edges. I also have this yellow green, I haven't put it back in yet. So let me start off with the yellow green. So we need yellow here, red. The little thing has to go under the yellow little ridge. And we insert this green one. One's gonna go over, one's gonna go under. So that green one's gonna go under the red one, and this green one's gonna go over the yellow edge, like that. That goes for every corner. So why don't we do this corner next? And let's insert the yellow-green edges. You can do all 5 at once. Just be careful not to knock anything out. Same with this side. Let's see, I'm going to do this corner. This is the yellow, orange, blue. Alright, the last half edge here. It's all back together now. It's still loose, but the first thing I have to do before we test it out is take off all this tape that I put all over the center pieces. I don't think it's necessary to show this whole process. Let's do another one so it's easier to see it, like the blue. You might be able to take the whole thing off if you're careful enough at once, like I'm doing here. Like that. And we'll do that whole thing. Sorry, we'll do that whole process for the rest of the centers, and we'll see how it came out. Okay, now that all the tape is off, we're going to tighten these by about 3 or 4 full turns. I think I had it, so each one is about a quarter. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. The yellow's a little tighter than everything else. Obviously the top is going to be the weaker, with just 4x1 and 35s, but we want a little more fluid, a little more loose than the middle layers. I think I'm going to tighten it up a little bit, each side except the yellow. Maybe just a couple turns there. Yeah, that blue side is a little tight. That seems good. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please thumbs it up or whatever. And I hope I helped you. If you wanted to magnetize your 12x12 and you weren't sure how to do it, this is just how I did it, and I hope it helped. Thanks, guys.